Hello everyone. I am Saurabh Badiatia from Gaura Bits and Bytes. We are one of the leading partners for Dell Technologies. And today I'm going to talk about uh, healthcare and pharma industries and what we have been doing as system integrator along with Dell for the industry. To begin with, let me talk about some kind of challenges that pharma and hospitals have been facing nowadays, especially during COVID. What we have seen is there is an increase in trend for work from home. So many employees either need to work from home or they want to work from home. They want to avoid travel, or there is a government regulation which prohibits more than X number of people in the office at the same time. So that is the first challenge which we have seen. More and more people want to work from home. Second thing which we have seen is increase in number of targeted attacks related to ransomware, related to financial espionage, where false invoices and false payment details are shared with the unsuspecting accounts department, and many times they end up transferring bulk amount to a attacker. And then we have also seen a lot of industrial espionage, where companies wrong information or their intellectual property is being stolen. Employees leaving, they take a lot of their data with them to the competitor. So these are some of the things which we have seen. There's also a challenge with respect to at least during lockdown in March, April, May, there was also a challenge that new hardware couldn't be added easily. So there was limitation. Whatever infrastructure a company already had in place in their data center, they needed to work with it. You small amount of resources, a few GB RAM, a few TB storage here and there was adjustable. But if they wanted to deploy a completely new application or they wanted to refresh a completely new hardware, that was not possible for a few months. So we looked at those challenges, and if you want to group all of these challenges, we can group them into two main points. One is security and one is availability. So coming to security, um, when we looked at all these challenges across multiple pharma companies, across hospitals, across other healthcare divisions, there are two or three main things that we did in terms of security. First was we ensured that the firewalls, the perimeter at least is secure. The firewalls are configured properly. They have defined a DMZ zone. They've ensured that the critical servers are all in DMZ, and the rules are pretty tight. It is not like allow everything from LAN to DMZ or allow everything from DMZ to LAN. So those kind of generic allow all rules were not used. Very specific rules which were really needed by the organization, which made sense for business, they were put in place. After ensuring that the perimeter is secure, we looked at endpoint. So endpoint security beyond traditional antivirus, in terms of either a firewall at the end host, or looking at logs at the end host, events and logs, or some kind of intrusion prevention at the end host, right? So and even antivirus is not a traditional signature based. These are AI based or learning based antiviruses, which are way more successful in preventing zero-day attacks compared to the usual or traditional signature-based methods. After securing both the perimeter and the endpoint, we also looked at how do we limit the infection. Let's say in worst case scenario, one of the systems is infected, a server or a desktop. How do we ensure that that machine cannot be used by attacker to affect other machines? So at servers, we looked at microsegmentation, right? So we looked at microsegmentation either using, again, endpoint security, host-based firewalls and rules, or at virtualization layer. So by doing network virtualization kind of things. And for end host also, whatever network segmentation was possible, either through firewall zones or through VLANs, and then having ACLs for limiting inter-VLAN communication. So using some of these techniques, we ensured that whatever pharma companies we work with, whatever healthcare hospitals, etc., we work with, they are up to speed. They have state-of-the-art security, and that they are geared up to meet the security challenges that we are facing in these trying times. The next part of the problem was availability. We don't now, since people are working from home, they want their office system to be accessible from home, but at the same time it should not cause security issues when they're accessing their office system from home. It should not lead to data being lost, viruses coming into the office network, etc. Performance is a concern. Person working from home may not have very high bandwidth. Not all of them have very high bandwidth. So how do they get seamless work? How can we use optimized protocols which are designed for remote desktop or for virtual desktop? So we set up virtual desktop environments for the customers. Many of the customers initially had their virtual desktop environment only for using within the premise. But during the lockdown, March, April, May, we saw a lot of those customers requesting, can you make it publicly accessible? So we looked at how with minimal additional hardware or additional minimum servers, can we make the same VDI infrastructure accessible remotely? We looked at virtualization to increase availability. Failure of a single server should not cause problem in services or applications. They should remain available because it's earlier, at least there was human beings available in data center who could see that yes, server is failed, manually power on another server, or replace some disk, replace some other hardware component. Now, when very less and less people are working from office, availability with virtualization became a very good use case, so that even if some hardware fails, without requiring a human presence, the virtual machines or workloads could work from another host. We looked at backups. Like I mentioned, targeted ransomware attacks, targeted virus attacks, phishing attacks. Many of these, once the machine is compromised, we don't really have a good alternative other than restoring from backups. So it is very important. It was very critical that all of these healthcare related, which affect human lives to great extent, all of these IT systems, they are properly backed up. And beyond backup, we also looked at DCDR replication. So if there is really a data center, central data centers, few hospitals and few pharma companies, they have centralized data center where all their branches and all their data comes to a central branch, to the headquarters or head office, and all the information is stored there. It could be patient information, it could be critical information about how to build this drug, or some other HR related activities. So it is critical that those data centers or those applications continue running even after some kind of disaster. The hospital could be put on lockdown, or a factory could be put in a contamination zone or quarantine zone. So for that purposes, a DR was also ensured that there are disaster recovery sites, and if at all there is any problem with DC, we can work with DR. Specifically, if I want to talk about few case studies, we have worked with KIMS hospitals. We have worked with Gland Pharma, and I'm giving the names of the companies where we did some exceptional work, specifically during these trying times. Other business as usual related to, let's say, public cloud or open source or backup, that anyway happened. But in pharma and healthcare, Fernandez hospitals. So, these are some of the customers, Divis laboratories, where we did specific work because of the specific challenges of our current times, 2020, and ensure that, whatever the problems are, they can be solved. To solve these problems, both Dell and GBB came together. Dell has unique offering. It is market leader in server hardware. It is market leader in virtualization and storage. So it's a very good unified front, whether you are looking at server or storage or virtualization, they all come together very well. You can do it on traditional hardware servers, or you can get appliances like VxRail. And then once we get the servers, there's definitely a need to network them. The advantage working with Dell is it can be a single bomb to Dell. We can get the switches also, whether it is 10G copper, 10G fiber, 40 Gbps, 100 Gbps. We have got a good range of options from Dell. Even very high-end storages. So we worked with a company which needed very high data speeds. So we looked at Isilon storages, where we got the highest throughput among scale-out NAS boxes. And then the good thing about Dell is we get very great partner support. GBB as a Dell partner gets very good support. Customers are very happy whenever they call any support for any support or any help, any guidance. We get world-class support. Finally, talking about my own company, about GBB, we are end-to-end system integrators, right? So we work in all the areas except software development. So we work in backup, we work in DCDR rectification, we work with virtualization. In virtualization, it could be server virtualization, it could be storage, basically HCI, it could be network virtualization, it could be software-defined WAN, public cloud, private cloud. Even in private cloud, as many options: OpenStack, CloudStack, VMware. So we are end-to-end system integrator. So we typically don't choose a particular platform that you only work with this. Whatever the customer has right now, we are able to work with that and give them the trade-offs and explain them the multiple options and help them choose what might work best for their particular industry or their particular use case. To be able to do so, we have multiple subject matter experts within our company. We have subject matter experts for network, we have subject matter experts for virtualization, we have subject matter experts for open source, and they all have cross-domain expertise. So it's not, these persons don't work in silos. Apart from their own domain, they also work with other areas. So for any kind of complex project, we need people who have worked in multiple domains. So we get that in Gora Bits and Bytes. And finally, although this particular talk is about healthcare, a lot of other verticals, we get to work with, like education or defense or government. Many lessons are learned, sometimes quite late, sometimes early on. We figure out, this will be a problem, and we proactively kind of take care of it. So all that experience of working with multiple verticals, that helps, working with so many customers, that helps everybody. So I think that's about it. Thanks for listening to this. I hope you got a gist of what kind of challenges healthcare and pharma are facing nowadays, and how we are addressing their both security and availability needs from GBB, working closely with Dell Technologies.